and welcome to AP News on Channel 0. My name is Harsh Bharti and today we'll be talking about a really interesting topic. So sit back and relax because you're going in for a ride. Today we'll be covering one of the most controversial topics of our time, whether the men we've always seen as the leaders of our country are actually who they say they are. The first man that we have overwhelming evidence of corruption and greed is none other than Cornelius Vanderbilt. Now for those of you uneducated people out there, here's a little biography about Vanderbilt himself. Yo, born in Staten Island, New York, Vanderbilt quickly moved up in the ferry business between Staten Island and Manhattan. Through this, he got it big in the steamboat industry with his first major scandal. Turns out, Vanderbilt made his whole company based off of breaking the law. But we'll get to that later. Also, during his steamboat monopolization, he sold the U.S. Union Army faulty ships during the Civil War. After that, he took the capital he made and put it in the railroad industry where he made most of his money. But we'll get to that later. Now this might seem all fine and dandy, but we'll dive into the depths of Vanderbilt later on. Now to our on-site reporter, Joe Cho, talking to Joseph L. White. Joe?
Thank you, Harsh. Joe Cho reporting here. I'm now with Joseph White, a businessman just like Vanderbilt himself.
Ahoy!
So tell me, Mr. White, what is your previous relationship with Vanderbilt?
Well, when I used to be in the steamboat business as a partner in the accessory transit company, a dispute occurred between Vanderbilt and I, which eventually led to a battle, in which Vanderbilt forced the company to buy his ships for an inflated price.
He seems like a pretty ruthless man to me. How did Vanderbilt eventually end up making a huge fortune?
Well, Vanderbilt in fact didn't earn his wealth, honestly. He struggled to maintain relations with competitors and just bought their companies instead. Now you see, when Vanderbilt eventually started to move into the transatlantic steamship lines, which were in dominance by the Collins lines, he drove it into extinction to maintain his own power.
Very interesting. It's been said that Vanderbilt played a pretty big role during the Civil War. To what extent is this true?
He might have donated a couple ships here and there. But the truth is, the ships he sold or leased to the U.S. Navy were unseaworthy vessels at inflated price, some being in such bad shape that they sank before leaving the port, and at least 2 of his ships sank in open sea, taking their entire crews with them.
Wow, he seems like a robber baron to me. Thank you, Joseph White. Back to you, Harsh.
Gracias, Jose. And we're back. And we have a very special guest with us today, Cornelius Vanderbilt. That's right, Cornelius Vanderbilt, the man himself. So, Cornelius, how are you doing today?
Doing all right. Water. Can I get some water? Thank you. Excuse. Who do you think I am? Poor? I only drink bottled. Give me some bottled water and some grapes while you're out. I'm thirsty and hungry. Thank you. Here's a penny.
Alright then, let's get started. So, what's the general population's view of you?
Like I care. I make money. I make money however I can make money. They say I'm rude, selfish, arrogant, ruthless. But man, I say who cares? I make money. I'm rich.
Alright. Well, there have been a lot of reports of your workers uprising and crying out to the extremely poor conditions in which you place them in. How does this make you feel? Do you care about their conditions at all?
How does this make me feel? Really? Come on. I'm superior to all of them. I've worked hard to be where I am, so I don't care. Lucky for them, my greatness is giving them a job. They complain, they say wages are too low. I say, who cares? You're making me money, so suck it up. It's not like I kill people.
So you're saying your decisions in business making have not caused the death of anyone?
Exactly.
Well, what about the 2 U.S. Navy ships which went down in the middle of the ocean because of the unseaworthy ships that you sold to them? And what about the millions of Native Americans that were relocated or killed by you and your crew methods?
Okay, maybe my business has caused pain to some, but overall, who cares? What are we today? I mean, without me, we'd be nothing. So be happy.
Interesting way to look at it. Okay, next question. Many say that you've been known to live by this quote. Law, what do I care about the law? How does this make you feel?
Well, obviously this isn't true. What are you, my mother? Look, buddy, I have enough money to buy your whole little news station. So why don't you stop trying to prove I'm a bad man when in reality, no one cares. I haven't broken a single law, and I never will.
But in 1817, you bought a steamboat off the very famous Gibbons from the Gibbons v. Odgins case, and then you started to impede the monopoly which he had during that time period. You sold tickets for the same ferry which you bought your steamboat off of for 1/4 of the price which Gibbons was selling it for. Not only was this pricing against the law as it violated the monopoly at the time, but you also overcharged the people on the ferry by making them pay so much more for food just to make up for your losses. They would end up paying almost twice the amount of the original ferry fee. Not only did you steal the money of the individuals who bought your tickets, but you also sold from Gibbons, who owned the monopoly at the time. According to set facts, you spent 60 days running from the police. What's your stance on this issue?
I mean, hey, you do what you gotta do to make money. It is as easy as that. I'm a smart businessman who will do whatever is necessary to make money. It is called being smart, sir.
Well, mate, there have been reports that have come in that you just written your will. And since you recognize the fact you're getting old, matey, old. If you don't mind me asking, what was in this will, and how much of your $100 million fortune is going to those who need it?
Well, since I'm such a nice person, I'm giving $500,000 to each of my daughters and my wife. Then $95 million to my amazing son, who may I say I'm very proud of. Then I'll also give $1 million to Vanderbilt University, but may I say I regret that. That $1 million should be also going to my son to continue on my legacy.
Wait, why such a little amount to the daughters and your wife? What about these charities, man?
Look, buddy, I don't want to get into it. I've disowned them, alright? They aren't a part of my family. So they should be lucky to get what they are getting. And the charities? Why would I give money to the charities when I could give it to my son who's just like me and who can keep my amazing business going on? You know what? I'm so done with this. Done with your questions. Done with all this. You're just trying to make me look like a bad man. So you know what? Bye! Hey, I'm getting paid for this though, right?
Now, obviously, this man doesn't give a damn about his workers. All he cares about is getting your money. He may have been a standard-setting American businessman who did indeed help the American economy, but the way that he earned his money, the way that he treated his workers, his overall attitude, and his lack of donations show that he is what we call a robber baron. I thank you guys for watching, and you'll catch us next time when we talk about my 2012 campaign. Bahati!
Speed in the lane, still getting it.